I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So when you look at this class overall, I know there's not a ton of wide receivers in it, but what do you think of it as a whole?
I'm really excited about this class to be here on the end of the last staff and kind of see what the class kind of grew to with the new staff is exciting. I think we added some really good players. I think we addressed some needs, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And then, obviously with the quarterbacks we were able to get in here, being a receiver guy, that excites me. And really excited about Darren, the kid that we thought we were going to get towards the end and ended up getting him in here mid-year. So I'm glad he's here. He's only 17. He doesn't turn 18 until March. So he's a lot like Trey Knox was last year. He's already been through a month of college at 17 years old. So really excited about this class. We're excited about the pieces that we put together, and excited for a whole year with this staff and the way we recruit to get a year for this next class.
Yeah, it might have been a little different process for you because maybe you had to recruit your own guys you already had. So coaching changed up. Sometimes you got to convince some guys to stay.
Yeah.
One lap. What were the conversations you had with the receivers in that room?
The ones that were committed.
No, the ones you already had last year.
Oh yeah. I'm just I think there was a lot of, especially the last about 4 weeks of the season, there was so much indecision. There was so much uncertainty, and I think those guys were really excited when I got kept, and I think when Coach Braz got hired, it just, especially for receivers, it kind of excited everybody. Excited me as a coach for a chance to learn this offense and be in this system. And you spent the last 2 years telling these kids you love them and you care about them, and to have to, to be able to stay instead of having to leave was a blessing for me, and it was a blessing for them. They don't have to get to know their position coach. I mean, they're getting to know, 9 other full-time guys and Coach Pittman, but the familiarity with me and knowing what they're going to get in there with me every day, because they spend more time with me than anybody else. So I think that gives them a level of comfort. I know they're excited to learn the offense and excited for something new, excited for a fresh start.
I mean, how tough is that for you? I mean, obviously you got to stay, so that's what you want to do, but to see everybody that you worked so close with for the last couple of years to not be here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little awkward, I mean, it's different, but it's good. I think change was needed for the kids. I think change was needed for the staff, and I'm blessed to be able to make new relationships with the guys. I mean, even our offensive staff, we hadn't been together very long, but I'm excited to learn this new system and to be around Coach Braz and Coach Cooper and guys that have been in this offense for a long time. So, I mean, it's a little different. You walk down the hallways and there's guys having conversations, and you just kind of figure out, well, am I supposed to be in that conversation or do I walk by? I've always been the guy that's everybody's having those conversations with, So it's something different, but the guys have been awesome. They've been great. Coach Pittman's been great, and I haven't been treated like a leftover guy. I've been treated like one of Coach Pitt guys, and that's what he told me. He said, hey, man, I hired you. You're my guy. So he makes it really comfortable.
What can you tell us about the system? What have you learned about it? Where do you see your guys fitting in?
Well, I'm going to be real honest with you. I just learned the first formation today. I learned a lot in the 2 hours we were in there. We haven't had much time, as you can imagine. We've been on the road. It's like we got back from Christmas and kind of figured out, okay, hey, these are our targets. These are the guys we want to go get, and wasn't a lot of time for ball. And then yesterday, since we've been back Monday, it's just been tying the class back together. And today was the first day we got a couple hours to sit in there and learn formations and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be simple, which helps. It helps me. And it helps our guys. As far as the tempo and playing fast, stuff that I'm used to. So that part will be relatively easy to pick up. But I'm excited. It seems like a really fun offense.
When you have guys like Traylon and Trey coming back, what's the biggest thing they need to do to prove themselves yet again in year two?
Yeah, I talk to them, and I'm coaching with something to prove. I got to prove myself to these guys. I mean, that's I tell my wife I feel like I'm a GA again. Like I feel like I'm. Not that somebody's treating me that way, but I mean, I'm having to prove my worth. Nobody knows how good of a recruiter I am. Nobody knows what I can do as far as coaching my guys. So I tell my guys, hey, y'all are playing with something to prove. I'm coaching with something to prove, and it helps to have guys that have played a lot. I mean, those young guys like Trey and Traylon and TQ and so guys like that, they gotta get faster. They gotta get bigger. They gotta get stronger. Just get used to a whole new staff. I mean, the way we approach things is going to be a lot different. The way the weight room approaches things is a lot different. So it's just kind of trying to find the new normal, so to speak, and get used to everybody and the personalities. And, again, I think it helps that I'm here. They at least got familiarity with me.
When Pittman reached out to you about staying on staff, what was that discussion like?
Well, he was honest, you know. I just kind of happened to be standing at the secretary's desk, and when he popped out of his office, and he was honest, and they said, hey, you know, he's probably not going to have a chance to meet with you guys, and he'll probably text you or call you if he wants to interview you, and so I just happened to be kind of standing outside the office or outside by the secretary's desk, and he said, hey, are you the Stepp? And I said, yes, sir. And he goes, hey, I want to talk to you for a second. And he was brutally honest. He said, hey, listen, I've had a ton of guys and I've had a ton of people tell me I need to keep you. He goes, man, I don't know if I'm going to do it. And he goes, so, I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. He goes, you know, if you can help me, I'd love to get in front of your receivers that you had committed. And he goes, and if not, I get it. He goes, I'd like to talk to you. He goes, but you can go home, which is probably what I would do because you don't know me and you don't know me anything. He said, you can help me. And I said, well, man, I'd love to help. And spent a couple of days with him on the road. And, I mean, thank God I did. You know, I think that helped. I think he saw how I was with the kids and the coaches. And, you know, the way I'm forever going to be a Pittman guy, the way he hired me. You know, he could have looked over there and said, hey, you want this job? Because if not, I'm going to go hire somebody else. But calling my wife and putting her on speakerphone and talking to her, you know, it sold me. I mean, I'm not even going to lie, I cried when it happened. It was a long 4 weeks of a lot of indecision and a lot of not knowing what was going to happen. And I'm forever grateful for him.
How do you think your players, the guys who were in here last year, kind of, not necessarily grew, but learned from the last 4 weeks? Because that's a lot to go through when you're 18, 19 years old.
It's a ton, you know, a lot of change. I think it helped them. I think, you know, and at this level, it's a lot. You know, you see more of the business side of everything, and I think those guys got a little bit of a taste of it a little bit earlier than they wanted to. And you think of some of these guys and the changes that they've been through since they've been here, especially the older guys like a Deion Stewart and those guys. Devion Warren, you know, they've seen a lot of change since they've been here, and so that's one thing I'm thankful for those guys that they don't have to learn a whole new position coach, you know, because that takes a long time, man, to build those relationships. Man, it is exhausting, you know, but it's exhausting for them and it's exhausting for the coach, man. When you don't have to worry about getting that relationship built again, and you can actually trust the guy that's in there, and you have that relationship with them already, it helps. Yep.